It's the Joel Shit Show, featuring Joel Shit. Hi, welcome to the Joel Shit Show. I'm your host, Joel Shit. So today is another special Chuck Bronson edition of the Joel Shit Show, featuring Joel Shit. And today's question is, should vice laws regarding consensual sexual activities between adults, even for money, be repealed and brought above ground into a regulated setting? So in other words, what many people call prostitution. It's interesting because we don't really know for sure what's going to happen. We have some data from other countries where it's more regulated. We have certain counties in Nevada where it is regulated. And here's what we seem to know about this. The same types of women seem to go into prostitution, but they're treated better. And people aren't necessarily forced into prostitution, but it still happens, but it's less prevalent. I don't have enough experience with this on my own to really be able to talk about the differences. I think that would be kind of neat, but it just doesn't always work out that way. But the thing that would not change are the drugs involved. A lot of prostitutes use drugs, and the prostitution is what helps pay for it. When you have a lot of cash around, it's easier to fall into these things because you need cash to buy these things. You can't hand the card to the guy and have him go credit or debit unless it's like a Green Cross store or something. And then also a lot of your clientele is, wanting to snort coke off your belly or whatever. So, however, it's not why should it be legal, it's why is it illegal now? What are you preventing by making it illegal? And I think that I think regulating prostitution, so actually there's a difference between decriminalizing it and regulating it. I would like it to be regulated. I don't think it should just be a free-for-all. I think that you solve some problems and introduce new ones. But if you regulate prostitution, now you give them all health care, you prevent them. It's just like putting a pitcher on a pitch count in baseball. You put a woman on a fuck count, so then they only can have so much action and then they have to rest. And yeah, fine, you can tax it, whatever, I don't care. But instead of a John, you would have a caseworker, right? You'd have an account manager with a suit and tie, but not like a purple suit and a striped tie. So, I don't know. It affects so few people that it doesn't make that much of a difference, but when you look at what they have in, say, the Netherlands or in certain counties in Nevada, you see that it doesn't really change anything if it's decriminalized, other than the prostitute has to get a license. But when you think about how a lot of prostitutes are picked up, they're not going to a brothel. Sometimes it's like going to the drive-thru to pick up a bucket of chicken. You go to the street corner to pick up a woman. So that angle will probably still exist, even though there will be regulated and or legalized, prostitution. There will still be some that for whatever reason they got kicked out of the union, they don't want to pay the taxes if there's taxes, so they go to the street. Location, location, location. Now I've got a whole hand. And there are probably certain acts that will not, like let's say prostitution's legal in a state, but sodomy isn't. So you want to sodomize a prostitute, now you kind of have to go and find your own and go your own way, because you can't get the kind of sex you want when it's regulated by the government. Maybe you want autoerotic asphyxiation. You can't get that with a state-run brothel. So you still have certain things underground and all the things that go along with that. But for garden variety prostitution, yes, you decriminalize it, maybe you regulate it and tax it, and now you've got a new revenue stream, and you feel safer about it. You send coupons. If I got a coupon in the mail for prostitutes, I'd have to give it some serious thought. A Groupon? Think of all the puns that you can do with that. So that's the time we have today. Visit us on the web at joelshitshow.com. Email joel@joelshitshow.com.